coffin, and I took myself home. The fear had buried me. The youth that want me turn me cold. I need asylum in prison. Forgotten and buried. Forgotten and buried. Well, I guess so never think about the future. 'Cause I've been wrong before. Well, I guess I'll never think about the future. 'Cause I've been wrong before. Well, I guess I'll never think about the future. I've been wrong before. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been so wrong. I've been so wrong. I've been so wrong. I've been so wrong. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, good morning, everyone. I'm still having fun with that video, so we decided to start the show off with the outro video. Fuck, I had a lot of fun making that one. Good times, good times, good times. A little bit of a different show today. We got no Paula, we got no Colton, so I kind of put the emergency call out in the Discord. It was like, hey, help, help, we need help over here, and everybody kind of came running. So we don't. Well, it's gonna look a little different than most Tuesdays. Let's just put it that way. Let's say hello to everyone real quick. Fluff, we don't ever get to see you here on Tuesdays. How you doing, brother? It's great to see you.
Oh, I'm doing all right. Fucking hanging out. Figured, like you said, you need some people to come up here and talk to people. I figured I could do that first thing this morning, man.
Yeah, we appreciate it, man. We appreciate that. It's always good to have people.
Yeah, I never get to talk to some of these morning guys. We get to talk to them in Discord and shit, but I don't get to talk to them on the morning, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, it's great times. It's great times. Let's kick it down to 311. How you doing, brother?
Good. Normally I'm sitting down there with Johnny this morning, but we'll do it from a different location today.
All right. It makes the screen look more full, and it looks like we're a lot cooler than we really are. It's awesome. Sniff, how you doing, my man?
I am doing wonderful. Just happy to be here. I'm glad to see everybody in chats joining us early on today. It's good to be around on a Tuesday morning. I haven't been around lately, so glad to be back for a Tuesday.
Glad to have you back. Definitely glad to have you back, man. It's always great to have you around. Last but certainly not least, we got Sweet Johnny. How you doing, my man?
I'm good. Waiting. I'm right now. I'm in limbo. I'm waiting for this Miss Winter to take over so I can spend all my time down in the garden. But other than that, I'm ready. Let's have this show.
Yeah, I'm down for that, man. It looks like winter's here from what I'm looking at. I'm looking at about 4 or 5 inches of snow. Not that cold anymore. It was pretty chilly yesterday, about -15, but that time of year, I don't want to be out there. Life fucking sucks when you're working outdoors. Before we get into it, I just want to do a quick shout out. We got a real cool show coming up this coming Sunday, November the 13th, not October. You'll find out the joke behind that one here real quickly. But we're going to have Sniff, High and Tight, and G-Bay. They're going to go through their bubble hash, washing, pressing, making all their procedures for doing that. I'm looking forward to that one. I've never made bubble hash before. I've seen snippets of people doing it here and there. I've seen High and Tight playing with his a little bit there, but this is going to be a really cool show. A lot of you still have fucking leftover trim and maybe excess bud and shit like that you just don't want to fucking deal with anymore after Croptober is over and done with. So they're going to show us a really cool way that we can deal with some of that stuff. But why the fuck should I tell you about it when we got something that can do it so much better than I can? Hey, how's it going, everyone? Brad here for Cariboo Hart TV. I just want to give a quick shout out to all our hash kings and queens out there. This Sunday, October 13th, we're putting together a special show. Are you one of those people that's just sick and tired of perm jail? Are you like the G-Bays and just say, fuck it, I'm done?
No more, man. I am done. Finito.
Done.
Did I just hear Mr. Jubei say done and drop the
Just
scissors?
right.
I'm just so done. I'm done.
He dropped the scissors. Booyah.
Well, we got one hell of a show for you because this Sunday, October 13th, we've got our brothers High and Tight,
It's November.
G-Bay, and brothers Sniff. They're going to take over the Sunday morning wake and bake. They're going to go into their hash washing and making procedures. As for me,
I'm getting high.
and be ready to field all your questions as they wash the hash, make the hash, press the hash, everything to do with hash. We've got it for you today. What I want now.
I want you all by my side. Oh, by my side.
Hash is a beautiful thing.
And me all by my side. Oh, by my side.
Because it's the Sunday morning bubble hash making fest on right here on Cariboo Hart TV. And as per usual, we'll have the after show party over in the Booth Crew Discord. You know me.
I'm getting high.
Oh, fuck. I'm still fucking dying over the fucking. I spent all day on that yesterday. Like, I stopped the fucking show at about 5:30 my time ish, and within 10 minutes, I got the message from my foreman saying no work today, too much snow on the ground. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna work on a video. And Fluff, you're on mute, so you've been saying a lot of really cool stuff you can't hear. But that I finished that up at about 6-7 o'clock last night, somewhere in and around there. And it never once occurred to me that I couldn't get the right fucking date in there. When I was spelling October right, I have this very vivid memory of October doesn't look right. Is that how you spell October? And then having to like check it out on my phone, you know, when you spell it out in your text messaging, you're like, yeah, no, that shit looks okay to me. And then Sniff takes one look at it this morning. He's like, yeah, you got the day wrong.
But it's a beautiful production.
I like it. It's like one of those infomercial type fucking commercials. It's great, and I love that. Like the music too, and like the way that you mix that in there.
I'm trying new things, man. It's all about trying to up the production game for what we got going on in here. It's you know, it's a lot of fun. Not everything's gonna work out as way as you thought it was, and some things will work out even better. And you know it is, but you don't know until you try it. It's I really enjoy fucking around with that shit, and it's awesome having. Like when you're into the music like that, like because they're a band that I fucking legit really fucking enjoy, and that the CD is still in constant rotation over here, and so you get that fucking boom 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 boom, and that's in your head all day long, and then you just kind of fucking start thinking, what else can I do?
Bro, shit like that gets stuck in your head, and you start like strutting around with that in your head. It's just like every time you take a step, you're going somewhere. You walk in, it's just like boom, boom. It's like a daily soundtrack, man. It makes you feel good.
Yeah, there's a couple of times there where like Ashley would be trying to talk to me, and I'm just like, she could see that I'm clearly not paying attention to where I'm off in La La Land, and yeah, I'm counting beats and thinking of the next edit to make, and then yeah, and how that started off is way different than how it was originally intended to. But it's just like once you get in there, you're just like, oh, that's not going to work, and this isn't going to work, and okay, well, let's try this and have fun. But anyways, the gist of that is, this Sunday, it's going to be a great time. As we were saying, G-Bay, High and Tight and Sniff, they're going to go through their bubble hash washing and making procedures. It's just going to be a really cool time. I'm really excited for that one. And then once they're done, if you're not already in the Booth Crew Discord, get over in there. We got the link down below here, so click that shit up and get over there, because they're going to head over to the bullshit session over there and finish up. I guess it's a pretty big, lengthy process. You're not going to fit it all into an hour and a half long show, especially when you got 3 people trying to show what they're doing. So, but they'll head over to the show bullshit session in the Discord, and you know, it's all on camera. Get your questions and all that shit ready, because we'll be ready to pop those out to the guys as they get shit done. Great times indeed. Great times indeed.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we had talked with G-Bay and High and Tide about, making some videos about some of maybe like the longer running process. So, we can kind of demystify some of this stuff for people who might want to be doing it right away. For me, it was always the post-processing of hash, after you're done with the bubble, what's going on with it, to dry it out, to process it, to do all those things. So it'll be really awesome to get a lot of that out. And hopefully in a format that we can all digest,
Yeah, it should be great. It really should be. So excited for that one. So thank you guys, G-Base Sniff and High and Tight for that one. Good times lay ahead. Good morning, Smart Poker, New Grows, you fucking Weed Nerd, Thunderdan. Well, it's 2 cents we got in there. I saw Joel Scott, Hemp Equals Cannabis, and a whole bunch of other words after that. Day Neutral, how you doing? Colton, oh, I see how this is, Colton. I see how this is. You can hang out in there, but not up here. You're like the new prophet now. It's all good.
Yep. Prophet got in his head and started talking to him. He's like, bro, it's just a lot easier in chat, man. They fuck with me less. Right? That motherfucker said he was gonna show up today too.
Yeah, he said he's both times today.
He said he showed up in the fucking our group chat, fucking yapping and fucking talking shit about the show. How come it says Mondays and blah 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 blah? And it's like, you can't fucking show up, but you can show up just long enough to talk shit. So that sounds about right. I'd probably do the same.
That's good.
Show up just long enough to shit all over you and then peace the fuck out.
What the fuck's everybody got going on today?
Work.
We doing any fucking cool garden shit?
No.
You're working. That's fucking lame. We don't even want to talk to you anymore. Yeah. How about you boys? Fucking, what's Johnny and 311 got going on today?
Only thing I got to do today is fucking trim up and hang that red pill, and then smoke this bebop all day, which it ain't gonna be long, man. I only smoked one joint of this so far today, and that's all I smoked, and I could tell I'll be ready for a nap by the end of the show. It's pretty tasty. It's got a blueberry heavy blueberry with a touch of ammonia, just a touch, just enough to make you intrigued. You know what I mean?
That thing that makes you just come in for another sniff, not quite knowing why you want to sniff it again, but you got to.
What did I get? What was that smell I got? Oh, all right, yeah, that was it.
Yeah, I always did like, playing with some of those nastier strains. You get some of like the rosins of the GMO or like that Bicket OG shit like that, and you hand it to people and you just, here, go ahead, take a fucking smell of that. And you just wait because you want to watch that face just get completely and utterly disgusted, but then go back in for more fucking like little test sniffs, constantly. And it's hilarious. Fucking love doing that to people. But then, you smoke that shit and it is just absolute fucking fan. It doesn't taste like that nasty ass shit you smell.
I think it's funny when like you're saying, you don't want to smell it necessarily. You got to figure out what the fuck it is you're smelling. And like, did that really just happen almost? And you go take another whiff at it again. It's good times.
Hell yeah, it was the blowback that I just got done was one of those just real, you'll wonder what the fuck you smell when you smell it. It's got that, it wasn't super loud, but it does have that real fucked up smell. So I was real excited about that. But yeah, going up and like breaking it up and like here, taking the grinder, bringing it to the wife, putting it right under her nose and being like, hey, smell that. She's like, fuck, stop doing that.
That's how the afterglow is. I'm pulling that out today after water. I got the afterglow coming out with vanilla. Vanilla smells like straight vanilla extract when you get near it.
Huh.
So if you like a vanilla kind of strain, it's very vanilla. But the afterglow smells like dirty ass feet with a little orange. And that plant, when the lights go out and you walk into the room, it smells like dead carcass. You go up near it and you're like, what the hell is that? And you squeeze it maybe just a little bit to get near it and rub on it a little, and it's got orange death smell. And then when the lights are on, it brings out more of like a orangey, dirty feet flavor. So I know what you're talking about with these nasty terps. But I think like the tangerine orange ones that are probably crossed to like say Death Star or like Bubba Kush or something, it's going to bring out that nasty stink. But
Dude, I love those fucking nasty funks, right? Dude, those are just and there's something about it, right? It doesn't translate like you know when you smoke that, it doesn't taste like a fucking foot. You know what I mean? It's so you're not getting that weird feeling that you think you might when you smell something like that. It's very fucking pleasurable. Like, and I don't even think I could really describe what the hell the taste is. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's very different.
a lot of times the growing smells and the smoking smells are really on extremes.
Absolutely. I think I finally found the name for it. But Rasta Jeff's you know, Irie Genetics, the Golden Goat by Jack the Ripper. I believe he named it Whitechapel. Had that going and fantastic, right? Just absolute when it was growing, smelled like Smarties. Like you know, it was like the yellow or no yellow Pez is what it really fucking reminded me of. A yellow Pez, very specifically that fucking flavor, that smell. And as it's curing out a little bit, it's losing that Pez thing, and it's really going into that like fake, you know, powdery, limey lemon, you know, that Crystal Light type for the old enough people to remember that shit. So yeah, I was a little sad that I was a little sad it lost that little hint, you know, that funny thing, but you know, still absolutely fantastic smoke.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there was the red pill. That thing smells like a straight strawberry field. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, that one's actually one that tastes like it smells. You know what I mean? It's identical. Like when it's growing, you smell the plant, it tastes exactly like it. Straight strawberry. So I love that. I love that aspect of the red pill. Strawberry Starburst was kind of like that, but it had the strawberry with a little dirty feet. So you gotta look for the right pheno. And like and then the golden goat, like you're talking about, Fluff, that fucking plant is in the second week of flowering or third week of flowering, and it's got that Hawaiian, tropical Hawaiian. If you guys know what I'm talking about, it's got that tropical, fruity Hawaiian smell to it with no orange. It's just this tropical, fruity smell, and it's freaking amazing.
Yeah, mine. You know, I don't have the original goat. You know, I have Rasta Jeff's version. You know, the Irie version of the Golden Goat. But absolutely, I mean, it does have that weird citrusy thing kind of in the background, but then right has this funk to it. I can't even really quite describe it to me. You know, it's almost like you know, being in the woods a little bit with like a stinky person. You know, you know, there's a weird like kind of hippie smell to it, and I fucking really love it, man.
He says the wook.
There you go. Yeah, the fucking wook.
Ain't got no goof terps.
Yeah, Walker.
Straight ass terps, you know. But I haven't found the cat piss one that everybody's talking about. I do have the skunk, the 1978 skunk, and it's got the. If anybody's grown true skunk, it, I think that there's this like weird rotten cucumber smells off of them that come when they're in veg. It's like a straight stinky and like a rotten cucumber, and that's when you know you got something pretty freaking close. But I've grown a lot of fucking skunks.
I definitely like the old school skunk when we used to grow that, you know, back in like the early fucking 90s for the people, you know, had the whole that still, you know, had some of that. And that is what it would remind me of, just like acrid fucking death when it was growing. Like I really didn't want to be around the fucking plant. You know, it was gross. But once it was all cured out, dried up a little bit, and then you got that skunk smell fucking permeating out of it, then it was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what this one is at first. You know what I mean? But like right now, as it's getting older in veg, it stinks. It's like you go into my bedroom with the light off, it still it overpowers everything. So we'll see. I
Yeah,
know where it came
it's,
from.
you gotta love that. They're in chat, joke or not. Someone always thinks they're the only one with a fucking skunk. It's fine.
No, it's in
I know.
everything.
No,
Skunk's
I
in
know.
everything.
It's just funny when you bring up the skunk. People get so fucking ridiculous about it. It's like, at this point, shit, I ain't
No,
even looking for the damn skunk, so it doesn't matter to me. I don't
I'm
care.
done, man. I got about you seen how many skunk packs I have?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I have
exactly.
Yeah,
Hemi
it's 3.
Chiba. Dude, I'm not even gonna go with who I have the skunk from, or who. Even I have a Kevin Jordery freaking skunk. So I have Sam the Skunk Man. I have freaking Top Dog skunk. Whatever. We're done with the skunk. But anyway, we'll see how this is when it's done. It's just weed. And if it's good cannabis and it gets you blazed and you like it, then keep it.
Yeah, right.
That's right.
That's where I'm at. I'm just looking for good medicine, man. Fucking good medicine is all that matters. Once
Hey,
it's all said and done, that's what I'm about.
But I
Bebop,
want the terps.
Bebop gets a thumbs up for staying in the stable, by the way. Just
Go be
let you
keeping that
know.
bebop around, huh?
Yeah, I like well, at first, the first time I grew it, I didn't think. I thought it was going to be airy, but it seems like somehow now the buds seem tighter. Maybe it's because I switched to my LED lighting. Do we want to talk about lights today, boys?
I think it was because it's been ran more than one time, and I had heat over the summer, a high
Yeah,
heat issue. So
yeah, because
that would make things flood. That makes stuff foxtail. Like I was running up in the 90s with my HPS. So if you want to talk about lighting, there you go. I'm running an HPS with high heat over the summer. I was having problems, high humidity. So everything was foxtailing, going crazy. So I was growing huge donkey dick colas, but they were airy. So now that it's winter time and I'm running the same plant, the temperatures are about 72 degrees in my room right now. They don't get any higher than that. And they drop to about 68 at night. Now I'm growing chunky monkeys. So LED, lower temp, but you're running higher temp, right, Fluff? You're right. I don't run LEDs, but you could take over. Go
I
ahead.
run the higher temps generally. I mean, yeah, because you don't have that same leaf surface temperature, by running the HPS, so you're not getting all that radiant heat off that, fucking fireball in the glass tube. But yeah, I don't run too hot. I mean, I'm not trying to keep it in, the high fucking 80s, 90s during flower. I'm trying to bring that shit down and trying to get into the low 80s to 70s for flower mid 70s personally. Uh but yeah, it's you just don't need all that fucking, extra cooling when you're running the LEDs like that. So and that's just what I do. I'm sure, if we wanted to pinpoint, be the person who's saying we're going to get anything and everything just absolutely perfect out of that fucking plant. Yeah, I've got a lot of room to, grow and, really dial shit in. But I'm very happy with the way my medicine comes out, and I haven't really seen anybody to complain about it besides other than the fact they like to take naps after they're done smoking my shit. So I do what I can to get better as I'm going, like if I can get those temperatures adjusted a little bit and, without doing things like setting up a fucking air conditioner, then I'll do what I can. I'm always striving to do the best that I absolutely can, to get everything down there. But I think a lot of us, we really overthink these parameters and, we think these plants are little fucking babies and they can't take anything. And I mean, you can push the fuck out of these things and really beat the hell out of them, and they will still provide you with fantastic medicine and at a really nice quality.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
And lighting has come a long way, because I used to grow underneath just regular shop fluorescent lights and veg, and then just go ahead and try to flower them out underneath like a 100 high pressure sodium street light. You'd be able to go to like a Home Depot, Ace Hardware, wherever, and pick up like just a little box. Because back in the day, you couldn't get grow lights, man. We're talking 25 years ago. So you could go there to the store and get like a, one that sits on the side of a school. So it's way far red. You're at like 3,000 K, and I get nice size buds out of that and everything. You could grow plants with pretty much anything from what 6,500K, 3,000K, or 3,000K to 6,500K, anywhere in there, they'll grow, but you're not going to get optimal performance.
There you go. Hey, I got a little one. I like this little conversation in chat, and this is how we can finish this one. Go ahead, Frank. You send that cut over here to me. I will grow that out, and we will pass this out to all the boofers, and we'll see if you have the real skunk. So how's that? Yeah. How's that? Go ahead and send that out, and we'we'll tell you if you have the skunk, buddy.
I'll run it. I've ran over like 40 last year.
I know. I just hearing about it. And I'm done with that one over there in the chat now. So
no, but anyway, I forgot where I was going with like T5s. Who's all grew plants under T5s? You know what I mean? The old T5s. 8 bulb. You used to flower underneath those. They were the first things that came out, 10 years, 15 years ago or something, and then they had HPS, like your 400 watt metal halide, and then 1,000 watt HPS. Then they went to what? The 315 CMHs. Everybody had the huge rave on those, and those throw down, but they kept the spectrum in the middle, if you haven't noticed, you know what I mean? So they took the far blue, the far red, met them in the middle, said, hey, you could grow your plant from start to finish, just like this. And I was like, oh, cool. So that was a rave, that went down on the heat. You could only do it in like a 3x3, 4x4 area was the spread, even though 1,000 watt HPS, when those came out, you could get 6x6 out of those. You could spread those to a 6x6 area. I mean, growing big monster plants. I know people are going to disagree, but even Subcool said, his room was 12x12 and he ran 4,000 watt lights and his plants were great.
Oh, absolutely. We are way overdriving these fucking plants. Way overdriving them. Like, you just look into 2 years ago when the standard, when you would run 1,000 watt HPS in say like a 6x6, right? Like that was kind of like the standard, right? Your 6x6 was 1,000 watts of HPS, which is so much fucking farther lower, efficient than an LED. And then we replaced that. Yeah. And then we replaced that 6x6 area with 1,000 watts of LED. Like, get the fuck out of here. We are way, way over pushing these plants.
And cooking them, if that.
Yeah.
I mean, if your LED, that 1,000 watt LED isn't up high enough, you're just gonna cook them damn things. I know.
Oh yeah, it's an absolute laser beam on those fucking plants.
Right.
So
they're just getting better and better. But the problem I was always, we've had this discussion, is with LED, my temperatures would be high in my room. That's why I air cooled the 1,000 watts, because
I need scissors.
I might break down and get a mini split. You never know. But then it's going to cost me, so much. The lights are coming down. I mean, I have found a couple 650s that you use, Fluff, and they're running about $499, $500. So that's way better than the $800 sticker that was on. So grabbing 6 of those are going to be in the future probably. John,
and the other thing is like, just going off to it. I mean, it helps save in costs. It helps save in, even if you just think of like bulb replacement or just be a decent person in fucking life, fucking not constantly, recycling these bulbs for no fucking reason whatsoever, trying to get as much life out of these fucking products that are, destroying everything that we have. So, just having that is super helpful, but it's easy to grow. I do think there is a point that we're going to have to start being a little more conscious of our eyes though with these LEDs. You know, we get in there and we want all these LEDs and they're white and they're beautiful, and we get out there and it's fucking great, except, you know, I don't think we realize how much fucking damage we're doing to our eyes. Even just like looking in the tents like these things, you know, because that's some fucking intense light and we have it very close to ourselves. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, even the reflective light is very strong.
Where your
yeah,
Method 7s.
absolutely.
They do make the Method 7s now that take out the for the LEDs. Before they were made for HPS. I mean, I went to the doctor, I think 5 years ago when I was doing being in that outside construction stuff, that you develop this yellow goo on the inside of your corner of your eye for being in the sun for so long every day, and then being in the garden for 4 to 5 hours a day didn't help. So I wear photo grade glasses like Johnny wears, and they actually change in the room. It's kind of funny, but I've been using them for quite some time with the sunglasses over. So
Yeah, these are the
save
ones.
your fucking eyes, guys.
My other pair changes like the ones he said, but these are the ones that I just got from my eye doctor, and they're the darkest, deepest they can get me at. I usually don't wear these even when I'm outside doing shit, just because I can't read nothing. I mean, it's my prescription, but I can't. They're so dark I can't read nothing.
Right, but the Method 7s, they actually are made for lights. Like the lenses they put in them are specifically made for lights. So you could get them that go over your man, if you get on their website, anybody just get yourself a pair of Method 7s.
Yeah, just protect your eyes. I mean, it's just a thing we all need to do. You know, I'm a fucking welder by trade, man. My eyes are shot, and they're only getting badder, you know, by the day, or worse by the day. So, you know, stuff like that's just, you know, it's on my mind a lot when I get in there and I look at them, because, you know, I love to look at my fucking plants. And looking at what brings me so much joy should not also fucking, you know, destroy my eyes. So anyway.
Yeah, and back on the spectrum thing, remember how they always said closest, you know, to the mid sun would be like 6,500K or 6,000K. Back in the day, it was around 5,000 because you can only get cool white bulbs. So 6,500K was really blue. So super far blue, nice sky blue. So you walk in the room and the whole room's like a really sky blue. That keeps your plants, or from what they would say is it keep your internode spacing short, really short, compact growth, and it's not very stretchy, which I've seen that actually is true. So then what they did is move it over to like a 3,500 or 3,000K spectrum, and then shoot up far red for flower. But that's the old method. Now they're all you know, like I said before, they're all blended in. And like when I see John's room for vegetative growth, they are a little more open, but they still are compact. So technology, I think, is on point there. So pretty good. And then in the flower, they introduced 6,500K, your far blue. Now back in the day, that was like, no, fuck that. We just want reds. And then all of a sudden, everybody was introducing the blues, and then they were like, oh, it helps with colors and terps. And
I think that's probably what I enjoy more about the new fucking lengths of, you know, the way they have kind of like lengthed out the LEDs that I have. And I specifically bought them because I like the peaks that the lights that I have. They have high blues and high reds, very high peaked, you know, at the sections I want. And, you know, they make a real nice curve through the middle where, you know, you were showing the box for the HPS where you almost have like, you have that high, you know, red, but it's really humped in the middle, right? Yeah, your middle. It's really humped out there in the fucking greens and the yellows, right? And we all know like HPS has a tendency, you know, much like the sun does also, to kind of get a real leafy, you know, structure to that bud sometimes. And so that's why when I specifically, you know, I went to blues, Every time I've ever grown like a blurple, high in blue, stuff like that, high in red, I would always just see the plants were way frostier, and I really do, like when back in the day when we used to take the HPS and then, swap over to the metal halide, at the end to get that real blue spectrum, and you would see it just like frosting those fucking buds out. So, right, when I started buying per spectrum in these LEDs, I was like, man, look at this one. Fucking super high peaks in the blue, super high peaks in the red, nice and flat in those fucking yellows and greens that I really don't want personally because of just the way I thought for that leaf growth. And that is what I've seen. I've seen chunkier, better, denser buds that are frostier, and I can only attribute that to the, different spectrum driving.
Yep. I'm waiting to change over until they get. They do have the one I think that High and Tight has, and where you could just self-program what you want. You know what I mean? So you can watch your plants grow and everything. You can mess with all your reds, all your blues, and change them to where you want them, and then set it and forget it. But then if you're actually in flower and you want a little more red and less blue, or some more UV for the last couple flowers, you're able to just change it on your phone. So I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, like next light, I'm always kind of on the fence when we start dealing too much with fucking with the plants, right? Getting too like crazy with shit, right? Like I'm not gonna fucking get a needle and start injecting fucking nutrients. Like people get crazy with this shit to try to get it bigger and better and everything. And talking lighting, that's probably the one where people are really going to get stupid. And it looks like Purple Thumb's going right where I wanted to. Like the Science LED is the next fucking light I want. And it is going to be because I can really fine tune that spectrum and really fuck around with it. Like, but at the same point, like, I think it was High and Tight was talking about, they're gonna start doing research into like night lighting, right? What the moon effects have on the plant and what those spectrums and how many photons are hitting in the evenings and shit like that. And I mean, where do we fucking draw the line? You know what I mean? Is that a power expense that I am gonna need to spend to literally start spending more money in the dark period again? Like, damn it, so it's definitely going to be a fine line, of where you have to draw that line of how much we can fuck with these plants and what we're really going to see out of it. I make the argument with everybody when it comes to CO2. I don't fucking need it in my grow. I'm not going to use it anytime soon. I don't personally see enough benefit in the cost. It doesn't have the ROI for me. I don't run a big ripper room and I'm not trying to get shit out of here as fast as possible. You know what I mean? So I don't care, if I don't have that explosive, super fast, growth rate, or, that my bud is 3% fucking denser, than what it is when it's finished without, those don't affect me personally, in my personal medicinal grow. So, those are the things that just, exactly, like where do you draw the line for your expense and savings when it comes to growing this stuff? What does it need and what doesn't it?
Yeah, and then you could see it, like if you look at the big commercial rows and they're pumping LEDs, and then the other ones that are pumping HPS, even though you could see the difference in sun grown, that kind of grown, and HPS grown. Like you were saying, you could get more of a leafy, big, longer bud, leafy structure with the HPS, more compact, tight with the LED, and then lighting, to me, I think it boils down to personal preference as the grower. If you want to still rock the HPS, man, and not light change, go for it. But I've seen the benefits in the LEDs, and they are cost efficient now. Before they were like $1,200 a light, so they came down quite a lot. And if you want to rock just regular standard LEDs like you have, so be it. Do it. Just grow a plant, get a nice light, affordable price, and grow some plants.
Absolutely. I mean, I was terrified coming indoors. When I grew, when I started, it was all outdoors. You never fucked around indoors. You didn't bring this shit anywhere near your house, things like that. When things, like the carbon filters started getting a little more prevalent and, just people started bringing it indoors. We could just find power. We found like the HPSs fucking work great, things like that. When we started bringing it indoors, that it was a cool fucking transition, but it was hard to get used to. But like you said, just grow a fucking plant. I mean, I've grown with everything from CFL bulbs to HPS to fucking a windowsill. You can get something out and help yourself out with it. So yeah, exactly like you said. If you're one of those old school guys and you just think HPS is the way to fucking be, do it. I mean, I'm going to tell you, you can have savings. You're leaving money on the table. You really are. But if that's your jam and that's what really resonates with you, then you fucking do it, man. Fucking props to you for actually getting her done anyway.
Johnny's turned on the LEDs.
I'm a believer in LEDs, man. Well, what made me go from it, when I first started growing, I loved them HPSs. I loved it. And you all know I did. And then I started introducing LED slowly into my flower room. And I could see the difference from where the lighting from the LED would hit the lighting. You know what I mean? At certain spots, and I could pay attention and I could notice stuff that I liked better. And now I'm glad I won't go back to an HPS. It's a waste of my money, man. Just personally, to my point of view. That's just me.
I've never
like
had
LED though.
I've never had anything but LED, so I don't know the difference.
Yeah, I'm really leaning for it in the next, 2 years or here. I'm switching
me
them
and
over one at a
Prospect are going to
time.
get them to come over to the dark side.
One at a time.
Johnny, are you fucking freezing or what, man?
Dude,
You
yes.
have
ask them.
I just had to turn on my heat. It says it's only 58 degrees in the house. So
man, you look like you're getting ready to go on like the fucking Arctic tundra or something, man.
Dude, it's so cold. My hands were literally starting to hurt. That's why I had to put my gloves on. But I just noticed, I'm like, why is it so cold in here? My kid's running around in just fucking his pajama bottoms, no shirt on. And I'm like, dude, what's going on? But the heat just kicked on. So, and that's when I checked the temps when you were talking about yours. Mine during the day is usually 78. So that tells me she shut the heat off last night because she probably got hot or something. But yeah. So I need to go down and turn up my room heat up about 5 more degrees, and I think I'll be dialed in down there. But I had to sacrifice myself being cold for my plants. That's dedication. That's G-Bay. That's G-Bay style right there.
Hey, you're a man about as messed up as I am. Fucking after I got my neck surgery and they put that fucking fusion in there, and now I've got that metal back there. You know what the worst? I've always loved cold. I've never had a problem with it. Go out, motherfucker. Now that I got that metal in my neck, the second fucking it gets cold out, I am violently cold. Like my whole body is like, fuck this shit. We gotta leave.
It's crazy. I can tell. I can tell a couple days before, like say it's going to be 70. I was telling my boss, I tell him all the time, hey, it's going to be cold. I can tell even 5, 10 temperature degree swings. You know what I mean? And I just hurt. Before, I never hurt before, but I know exactly what you're talking about. And it's part of getting old, I guess. So.
No, it's because you had them surgeries on your hand.
Yeah, because I'm getting old.
Oh yeah, dude, ain't nothing worse than a fucking storm rolling in, man. A fucking storm rolling in just put me in bed for a fucking day. That or I have to fucking basically lay in a hot tub for the whole fucking day. Yeah, man, it's rough. And I mean, and that's, you know what? That's why we all focus on this shit, this fucking plant as medicine, right? Because ain't no joke. It's sometimes it's the only thing that gets me out of fucking bed in, the day. So.
Yeah, the roller stuff works great.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it
man.
does. Both of them. Hurtons did too.
Oh yeah, dude, I fucking love that. I actually probably need to hit him up and get that recipe from him so that I can, because I do a little bit of roller, or I've been using my roller in the evenings, when I'm not around and stuff, because mine's like oil based, so it takes a little bit more to sink in and things like that. And he's got that nice alcohol based spray, so in the morning, I can just fucking couple squirts, give it a second, I ain't got to worry about it getting all over my clothes or getting shit all oily. And then in the evening, man, I fucking slather myself in my oil. So, it's great to have all the different types of toppings, because they just work so good. And I really have said, man, I think for most people, that's going to be the gateway to get them into realizing that this shit really is medicine. It'll be the fucking topicals for a lot of the people who are so adamantly against it that they never want to smell it. They never want to smoke it. They never want to eat it, but maybe if you can cover up that smell, just give them something topical. You can put it on grandma's fucking arthritis and she can write you a note again. Holy shit, all of a sudden people start thinking, wow, that really is amazing. Yeah, we've been telling you for years, motherfuckers.
Hey, guess what?
What?
I actually found the skunk, but I haven't told you guys, and I'm not going to give it out.
Hey,
I'm serious. No, I'm serious. I'm dead serious, man. It smells. It's the carcass, like run over skunk on your tire for 3 days, man. I got it, bro. I really do.
Well,
I just
none of y'all
can't
can
be
have
giving it to you. No, I can't.
No, none of y'all. I fucking guarantee.
I've been burned though. I've been burned, so I can't do it.
I guarantee I fucking had it at some point. I had a fucking mason jar from the fucking 70s, this big, of nothing but fucking seeds. I guarantee you all that good shit was in there. And I gave that out to fucking breeders to work with. So, you know what? Someday it's coming back.
Got Dutch Treat from back in the day, the Northern Lights 5, White Widow from 95, Cincy Star, the real skunk. No one can have it. Nope. But at any rate.
I thought you were giving your Volkswagen away.
What you doing today, Johnny?
Oh, gonna spend the day with the boy, see what he wants to do. No school today, election day. So me and him are gonna go probably get breakfast after this. I'm getting hungry.
Man, that's fun. That's something I haven't done in a long time with my kid. I remember it, man. It used to be when we could manage to have a day off. Me and him always went to like the Chinese buffet because my old lady doesn't really like Chinese food. And man, me and him just smash a Chinese buffet. So we can spend like half the fucking afternoon Chinese. Me and my little fucking 9-year-old kid and shit. Man, I'm some of the best times though, man. I love that shit.
Oh yeah.
I was just thinking about that. He's got the day off today because of fucking election day, and
go vote.
Might be time to go back. And that's right, man. Get out there and vote, man. We all need to do that shit. Fucking Missouri, they're voting on fucking rec. So, props to that. More people who fucking can get this shit up and moving, the more we can kick the government in the nuts and get this shit on its way.
Hey, Fluff, who's our guest tonight? Do you know?
We should have Smiley coming in tonight. Smiley should be joining us, so it should be a fun fucking talk on the organics. He's always a fucking good guest, good vibe, whole lot of fucking information. So, real stoked to talk to him again.
Oh yeah,
heck yeah, he's super freaking awesome too. He's on what? Embracing Organics.
Well, he shows up on Eagle most of the time. He used to do the organic takeover there on Eagle. I don't know if he's still, or he has been doing that for a while, but no, he's around. He's always doing his own thing. He's got his girls and everything that project. They're selling their artwork and stuff over there on Instagram, which is really awesome. So, yeah, man, Smiley is a great community member. Good dude. Excited. And yeah, man, last time we were I forget, we had started a little conversation in chat about Jesus Christ. Yeah, what basically when you're making a microbe collection, when you're collecting IMOs through your rice and stuff, you know, like the kind of the science behind it, what those things are eating, how they're getting attracted, you know, all those good things. So hopefully we'll get into that tonight. Fucking talk a little more.
The
That kind of
nitty
shit interests me, you know.
nitty gritty.
Hippy crippy.
Nitty gritty.
Oh, nitty gritty.
Oh, I thought he
Say, I
was
thought
trying
we
to
were
act
smoking
like the
some hippy
dab
crippy.
frog. I thought Sniff was trying to be the dab frog. Ribbit. Ribbit.
Hey, I think at some point I can find that fucking thing, can I?
Maybe. Do it again. All right,
God damn, that's pretty good.
I'll hit to that one.
Let's see. I found this one. I mean, that's always a good one, right?
That's a good one right there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's always a good one. Let's see. Yep. Is everybody in live chat, man? Or are we talking? Or, you know, what's up? Ah, fuck. I just looked over. I've been in top chat the whole time. You know what? I'm staying there. Fuck live chat. Top chat's where the new cool kids fucking hang out. Hey, man, we need to bring this one back. Fuck yeah. I'm going to leave this one down there for a little bit. Somebody was talking about making this shit. Let's do that. Hell yeah. Fucking throw that out there for Smiley. Go check out his shit.
I'll tell you what, man.
Thank
I
you,
sure did
motherfucker.
miss Paula's cooking this morning, though.
Yeah, it always is sad when we don't get to cooking in the morning, man. She's always such a good fucking vibe, man. She makes shit so fun. I don't know how you can be in a bad mood when you're anywhere near Paula.
You can't.
That's right. I don't think you can.
I don't think so. I think it's impossible. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Right there, Shredder, man. We're all on a diet, you know. That way, she's giving us a little time, you know, before Thanksgiving rolls around, and oh boy.
Yeah. She'll be behind on her fixings for Thanksgiving dinner. She'll have to have a whole show for to catch up.
Oh shit, right?
Thanksgiving with Paula.
I can't wait for Thanksgiving, man. I eat good for about 3 weeks after Thanksgiving.
I can see a great big Johnny after three minutes after eating Paula's Thanksgiving meal, if especially if it's infused. Big Johnny after that.
For sure.
Are you smoking on Bebop still?
Yeah.
Dude, I got me some Black Forest. Second, I'm about out of this shit. Fucking, this is my jam. I mean, I think everybody knows that shit. But hopefully we got this F2 project going on, and we're gonna hit it with some other shit too. So I decided I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna make some crosses. We'll get them all out here to the fucking movers and shit to try out, play with. But I'm super stoked for the fucking F2 on this Black Forest. So
I'm excited.
I got yeah, man. Fucking, you guys be getting some soon.
Smoking this.
Hell, some of it I decided. What you got there?
Super glue.
I got some here. Let's show you that. Here, throw that back up on the screen. Throw that back up there. Throw that back up there. Yeah. Focus. Might want to focus. Okay. Good looking shit. I got some kind of what is this? This is Island Mimosa by Tiki Madman. Got some nice. See if I can. Shit, there ain't no way this fucking background's ever gonna let that happen. Let's see. I'll figure that out. We'll get it.
That's some womb bat, but it's not my jam.
I just blurred this ugly ass shit in my background. If this works.
I mean, it's a great mix of Oh, what you got there? That's the Black Forest?
No, this is that focusing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. That is Island Smoothie by Tiki Madman.
He does good
Man,
work.
when you said super glue, it just made me think because the shit kind of tastes like fucking super glue to me. It's fucking weird.
He has
Man,
good
I'll tell you
gear.
what, that motherfucker is a hard hitter though.
He's got some good stuff. Every time I see it, it's pretty pricey.
Yes, very fucking pricey. But yeah,
But I
met
think
a real
it's
cool. I met a
Go
real
ahead.
cool man. Gave me a fucking jar of that stuff. So fucking shout out to that dude. You know who you fucking are. And but yeah, so that's how I got to fucking try that one there. Have access to the cut. I'm trying to decide if I want fucking around it or not. So kind of one of those where I liked it, but I don't know if I liked it enough where it deserves a spot in the garden at the moment. You know?
right. It just drives me nuts because like just all the name breeders, they do a drop every fall, you know, every year. So it's like, man, I just want to keep this one here. And now you just dropped this package, this whole thing here. So now I'm buying his box and popping more seeds. So it's an addiction. They do it
I
on
got
purpose.
I got to get focused on getting my fucking bedroom built, man. I got to get it built. I miss
Yeah.
my bedroom. Yeah, I got to learn to clone. That's my goal for 2023. I'm gonna start cloning, man.
Yeah.
Bedroom coming up.
Yeah, that is one thing that I've kind of been just really I don't mind my tents. I like the convenience and everything, but I really do just want to get a room so I like to give my plants a little more fucking space when possible, right? I like to be able to get around it, to look at it, and you know, when you're running in these fucking tanks or in these tents, it's just so hard to get some space and get around all your plants like you'd like to. So I really would just like to get a fucking room up and running, and you know, it's just I got a few, you know, like I've got a small leak through my basement, you know, and it doesn't bother me that the water runs through. Hell, I've actually got my no-till bed where the water comes through so that it actually helps suck up the water that comes through the basement and just waters the plants. So, you know, kind of fun. That doesn't bother me. It's more of, you know, when you put, say your walls and you build those down onto the floor, or you put a flooring under there, you know, you're just going to end up, you know, mold, things like that, pathogens, bugs, like, so I got to really get that fixed, you know, before I can get the room built. And that kind of sucks, you know? So till then, you know, stuck in tents and I'll make it work.
Yeah,
But I hear you, man. Need to get some shit built.
I'm gonna build his 10 by 8 and no water comes over by his side over there. And even if it does, I put it down on a sill plate, little foam sill plate, and then I trim it right where the 2x4 will hit the ground, and then I caulk the shit out of it on both sides. And then we paint everything white inside. Johnny's gonna have a pretty fucking slick room, man. It's gonna be 10 by 8 by I think 6 foot tall, maybe the
I'm gonna
ceiling.
go with like that white. When I do it, I mean, I've you know, I'm planning the shit out and everything. My walls are gonna be that white, like shower board.
Yeah.
And that reflective, smooth, you can wash it off, fucking shower board.
Yep. And
Yep,
then make
that
sure when you get the corners that come with it, so it
oh fuck
slides
yeah,
in.
absolutely.
Yeah, it's basically for like my buddy uses it for like, you know, the cooking places. They like when they build like a, you know, like a cooking place or something. He says they build the walls with that white shit. It's just like the shower board, like you said. It's fiberglass or whatever that is. What you know what I mean? It's just little
Yeah,
thin
yeah,
sheeting.
it's a fucking Luon. We used to call it like Luon with a nice fucking, you know, PVC coated face.
Yeah,
You
and you
know,
glue it
waterproof
right to the
PVC.
wall.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna do like the that cheaper insulation board, you know, that like blue back that, or kind of like that shit they, you know, when they make peaks in the houses and stuff. I'm just gonna build the walls off of that and then line it, you know, glue that stuff to it. Make all my seams nice and fucking air and water are tight, you know, no bugs, no nothing. I should be able to go in there, fucking spray that room down with a fucking hose and wipe her all down and be all good, you know. I
You know
I
it.
am thinking for the thoughts, I'm kind of thinking I might even do it on like a slightly raised platform, put a drain in it that I can actually plug and unplug so that I could literally flood the floor with water, let all the pots fucking soak it up, and then just fucking pull a drain, let it all fucking drain back out, you know, if it gets too aggressive, or cleaning, you know, things like that, just to make things super easy. So,
Well, you're
you
gonna
know, put a
open the
lot of thought in it.
door. You're gonna have it where you open the door and there's a platform you gotta step into your raised bed. That's how you're gonna have it.
Maybe. I mean, it'd be something.
You just open the door and spray it with the wand. Done.
Fuck yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, not even just like one. I'm talking full on hose that shit. You'd be able to get a pressure washer in that bitch. Just fucking knock her down and be done. That's what I'm talking about. You make it easy on yourself. No one likes cleaning up, and you know what? And nooks and crannies are the pain. So anytime you can get into those, or you don't have to worry about them, all the better.
It just then pull the plug. All the bleach, clean, and water goes right out to the drain. You're done.
Makes for easy cleanup for sure.
You go. Where'd you go?
Absolutely. Yeah, and that's the thing, you know. I mean, especially just the more problems that I fucking end up, you know, having and with everything that I have, you know, I've got to make things as easy as possible on myself. You know, it's getting to the point where carrying, you know, a 5-gallon jug around is hard. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when I don't have to lift heavy things, move heavy things, push and pull, you know, everything I can do to make it just slightly easier. At this point, you know, I got to start doing that stuff. So, a lot of thought has to go in when I'm designing this shit. So,
It's
Oh
about
yeah,
that time.
little thought can take a lot of work away.
oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, just thinking about, you know, being able to clean like that, you know, if I can just go in there literally with like a pump sprayer and just loose it all over the place, and just wipe her down and pull a drain and be done with it, you know, let her dry out and off to running again in a perfectly clean environment. Yeah, I am down. And yeah, and you wouldn't even have to fucking wipe it. You could squeegee the shit off, you know, even
Yep.
better.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep, cool. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not. I always like, you know, things to have a little bit of, you know, soul and shit to them. You know, I mean, I grow in a fucking 120-year-old basement. You know, I like things to have a little fucking character. So having, you know, a sterile white room is kind of not really my jam, but you know, you make it your own. That's more just me being fucking irritated by a nice, clean, fucking sterile space. You know, when I love fucking, you know, I sit down in front of my no-till bed and I'll fucking play with bugs and shit. You know, so
Yeah, that's good.
that's
Yeah.
yeah, those sterile spaces are weird to me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Sniff.
What time is it? It's
It's
about
about
an
that
hour
time.
in. Yeah. Think we should shut her down? We're kind of low on folks today, so
Yeah,
Yeah, I gotta get heading out. I jumped
yeah,
in
I'm
because
sure
I'm
all these
helping
people are
out
really
Johnny.
sick of me fucking talking. So
No, you're good,
oh,
Fluff. No,
it
I
was a
just
good,
got stuff to do.
yeah, it was a good morning. It was a good morning. So I think
oh yeah, guys.
Fluff got the controls there. So um
All right, well, yeah, man, we ain't got no video, but we got Smiley's Gardens tonight. Come hang out with us,
yeah,
man.
Come
thanks everybody in
hang out
chat
at
for
the
coming in
Discord.
and
Yeah,
talking.
hit that Discord. We got the Discord pinned at the top. Come hang out with us. It's always hopping in there. A good time.
It's a great spot. It's a great
Yeah.
spot.
But have a great day, everybody. See you tonight, and do what you do.
Yeah, thanks
Peace,
everybody
everybody.
for showing up. Bye now.
Yeah. Let's see. There's a thing that says end. I gotta find that. Can you
Uh,
just
yep.
leave the studio?
No, you have to end it.
Yeah, I know. There used to be a button for that, and now it's not there. That's
Try
awesome.
up top in the right
Where the
corner.
thing says live?
Yeah.
No.
Well, yeah, it should kill it if we all leave the studio.
Yep, we'll just leave. Later all.